All right, guys, we're gonna get going here. What you'll need is some soft tissue tools, a foam roller, vibrational ball. You'll need some tubing. I locked it around the bottom of this pole here, so just kind of slide it, loop it through, so we can do some different rowing and pulling. This whole session is gonna be focused around the hips. So mini band, obviously, gotta have the mini band. Then we're gonna use a mace for a lot of the warm up, and a kettlebell and a slider. So let's just start. Real easy, any soft tissue. If you're gonna just reference this and pull this up, maybe you just do some soft tissue before we get going. I'm gonna be pretty quick here with the soft tissue because I've already hit some and I'm feeling pretty good. So I already hit a warm up today at the park with a buddy. Shout out to Steve with Phoenix Rising. Every Monday we meet at the park and we do about a half an hour of dynamic flexibility, run 50 meters, dynamic flexibility, run 50 meters, dynamic flexibility. Eventually starts picking up the tempo, getting into some plyometrics, different running things, and just a nice, easy way to get some gentle movement in the body, open things up. So here, I'm just right on the outside of the knee. I've got some knee pain recently. I've just about got rid of it. You're gonna hammer that quad knee area, right where everything attaches, or up high around that hip pocket or waistband. So once you get up into that waistband, just start moving that knee. We want to pin and stretch. All right, we'll hit both hips here for a sec. Be pretty quick, and then we're going to get into some hip mobility, bunch of hip activations. Mainly going to be the main focus today. Just going through a big range of motion. So go ahead, spend a couple more seconds if you need anything, and then we're going to go into a pretty key hip stretch. So I'm going to think about both butt cheeks or sit bones staying on the ground. And from here, my shoulders are back, but the feet are wider than my hips. I'm just going to drop one knee in, okay? At the same time, I'm going to pull. So if you're mirroring me, I'm doing my right side, you're doing your left. Do your left leg, you're going to drop that knee and foot comes on cross. So you can move this foot in or out to make it a little bit harder, but most importantly, I talk about both sit bones being on the ground. You're going to try and pull that hip back. So your left hip, if you're mirroring me, we're just going to breathe. We're going to work some internal rotation of that upper femur into the hip socket. You probably feel kind of a deep stretch in there. And so try and pull that left hip down. So you're getting the leg that you're mobilizing, you're pulling that hip back. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna press my knee out isometrically. Hold for 3, 2, and I'm breathing, and then relax. I'm gonna drive the knee in deeper. So I'm trying to pull the knee in towards my midline. And then I'm gonna just recenter. So I'm gonna pull that hip back, try and sit evenly on both hips, press the knee out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive the knee in, drop it towards the ground. It's probably not moving too much, but you're actively thinking about holding it for 3, 2, 1. Let's just breathe, settle the hips again, try and find that good stretch. Last time, let's press the knee out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive the knee in, drive it in for 3, 2. Keep even weight distribution on those hips. And relax. All right, let's switch sides. I'm not going to do too much on this side. I have quite a bit of mobility. So just contract, relax. Try and find the tighter hip. So contract, you're going to press the knee out. Find even weight on the hip bones. 3, 2, you're breathing. 1, drive the knee in towards the ground. Okay, I'm just going to do one more. Eventually, you'll start to work on the side that needs the most help. Pressing that knee out into the foot, contracting, and then relaxing. Okay, let's go right into quadruped. From here, we're just kind of going diagonals, tossing the hips to the side. Okay, now if you find a side that's tight, so for me, it's this right side. If you're mirroring me, it's your left side. You're going to do the same contract, relax. You're going to drive your knees into the ground. I'm not moving. I'm isometrically firing up those tissues. And then I relax, drive that hip to the ground, and take maybe 2, 3 breaths in this new position. I do a little contract, relax. Okay, with me, let's go figure 4 on that right side. Go ahead and listen to the ground, left ear, and then swing on up into this half kneeling position. From here, tuck that tail, squeeze the glute, reach the right arm up, left arm down. Good, and then pull a bow and arrow, look back behind you. Excellent, hands come down to the ground, swing that left leg around. We got one more, figure four, listen to the ground, swing that knee up, reach that right hand up, left arm down to the ground, pull the bow and arrow, twist and look behind you. Excellent. Let's switch legs here. So left leg in front, figure four, stretching the outside of the hip, listen to the ground, swing that right leg up, reach left arm up, right hand to the ground, right arm pulls the bow and arrow as it looks behind you, and then swing that leg back around. Listen to the ground with the right ear, drive the right leg up, reach left arm up, right hand to the ground, pulling that bow and arrow, and open up. Okay, so good little hip mobility. Let's get into some hip activation. We're going mini band on. Grab your mace. All right, from here, if my hands are together or close to my body, my feet are close. I press the mace out, my knees press out. Everything comes into my body. Hands in close, feet in close. Press it out. In, out. Start to choke up to make it a little bit harder. So everything's in, press it out. Good. Hold that hardest position. Bring it in, press it out, in, out. Nice and balanced. Keep going. And then I like to switch the grip into that awkward grip. Hold. All right, from here, now it's like you're gonna take a slap shot righty. You're gonna stand on your left foot. You're gonna tap that foot out. Give me about 15 reps without that knee moving around. Okay, pay attention to how that big toe is connected into the ground. I don't want it grabbing. I want that knuckle of the big toe doing the work. Hold. Trying to get that sucker to really burn. Good, I'm gonna switch sides. So balls on the left, we got an under-over grip. Underhand is the hand closest. Sit in the hip, find that foot. Good foot structure, full foot contact, and then we're going foot taps. Excellent. Pressing that knee out, but keep the weight through that ball of the foot, especially on that inside edge. Okay, go ahead, put that down. And next hip exercise, we're going under, over, right. So under is the hand closest to the ball, right hand under. Just like you would step and throw. So I'm holding with my right, I'm gonna step and throw with my left. You're just gonna hold a good single leg RDL and then get nice and tall, rowing this in. So notice I'm trying to pull my hands apart like I'm pulling a sword out of the sheath. I then reach my right leg back, right hand comes forward, hold, and then push up, pulling the hands apart. So row it in. The bar should be parallel to the ground, not off. Reach and up. We're gonna go 5 here, hold that top position, reach, pull the hands apart, 2 more, last one, switch it up, under, over, left, so left, under, over, underhand with the left, just like you would step and throw, so left arm throws, right arm steps, reach the left leg back, sit in that right hip, pause, pull the hands apart, get nice and tall. Good, reach the left leg back, pause, get nice and tall. Pause. Hold. Pause at the bottom. Pause at the top. Last one. Excellent. Okay. And next one, we're gonna go over, right. twist to your right, uppercut to your left. Twist to your right, uppercut to your left. Now when you uppercut to your left, pull your chin up over the bar like you're doing a pull-up. Excellent. Now, step the left leg back so you're in a lunge. Excellent. Drive up, uppercut left. Back, up, lunge, uppercut. Let's switch it up. Overhand, overhand, left. So left hand. Let's go ahead. Twist to your right, pull up. Bar should be parallel, so not off center. Nice and parallel. Twist and up. Good. Let's go ahead this time. Twist, up. Twist, rotate right. Twist, uppercut right. Let's put this together now. Let's go ahead. Let's start down at the bottom. Put the sword in the sheath. Uppercut and twist to your right. Sword in the sheath. Twisting left. Uppercut. Twist to your right. Can you go backwards? Sword in the sheath. Stay through that big toe. Don't let that heel slide out. Back. Twist right. Hold. Nice and balanced. Step back. Find good strong positions at the bottom. Switch it up. Overhand, overhand right. Lunge series. Twist to your right. Right leg's in front. Step. Hold. Step. Find balance. Step. Hold. Going backwards. Twist left. Stay through your big toe. All right, that's going to be about it for the mace. Getting the hips, torso, everything woken up. From here, let's grab your band. If you don't have your band, that's all right. Let's start with me, right knee down and toe, knee, nose. So the key thing here is that I'm going to lean forward. So my toe, my knee, and my nose are all in good alignment. So I'm leaning forwards, keeping perfect posture. I'm going to drive my right arm forwards. I might need to choke up. So my right knee is down. My right hand kind of does that same movement like I'm putting the sword in the sheath. And then I reach up and hold. Okay, if I need to take a bigger step forwards with my left leg, I can. I'm trying to open up the front of that right hip. So remember, nose over knee over toes, Tony nose. Breathe. Lean into that front leg. Good, we're going to hold that same position, straighten the back leg. Reach that right heel to the ground, straighten the right knee. 3 more. Good. We'll switch sides. I'm going to be pretty quick here. I don't need to hit the left side too much, but once again, lean forward. So left leg down, put the sword in the sheath, drive it up. So try and reach that left hand so it's in line with your right knee. Get your nose over your knee. Toe, knee, and nose in alignment. Good. Once we get about 5 or 6, straighten the back leg. Straighten that left knee. Okay, excellent. Let's grab your slider this time. Grab your slider. I'm going to wrap this around my waist. So it's going to be on the left side of my body. I'm just going to take my right hand, put it on my right hip. Okay, from here, I'm just going to hold this like a belt in my left. I'm going to reach back. So toe, knee, nose in good alignment again. My back leg is straight. I'm thinking about coiling into that left hip. So elbow towards knee without breaking your posture. Drive up. Not just driving up, but driving forwards as if you're sprinting. So hold the bottom position. Straight line. Ears, shoulders, hips, knee, ankle. Drive up. Six, we'll get 10. Drive the elbow towards the knee. Coil into that left hip. Pay attention to that foot position. Let's switch sides. So switching sides, bands on the right side, put on my left hip, grab with the other hand. So now my left arm is free to start coiling. So the slider's on my left leg. Drive elbow towards knee, straight line. Drive up. Elbow towards knee, all the weight's on the front leg. Drive up. Opposite arm and leg. So right leg is doing the work. Left leg's on the slide along to the right. Hold the bottom, check your foot position, coil into that right hip, drive forward. Okay, probably one of the most money stretches, mobility, activation, is getting your pelvis to rotate on your femur. So if I'm kicking, if I'm changing direction, if I'm going to be hitting, my pelvis is coiling and uncoiling on my femur. So let's go ahead. You might want to hold on to something. We're going to do T-hip rotations. So go ahead, stand on the right leg, point the left hip to the ground. My belly button's going across my body, and then I open up. Belly button points towards the wall. So coil into the right hip, open the belly button in the other direction. So you might be holding on to something. Maybe you're holding on to your mace right now. Notice my foot is staying stable, and I'm just learning how to have my pelvis rotate on my femur. So key for healthy low backs, knees, and working in and out of cuts, or especially my rotary power athletes, baseball, tennis, lacrosse. Let's switch legs, T-hip rotation on that other leg. Reach the leg back, coil, uncoil. Okay, so we've done a lot of these low positions. Now we're going to work on a nice strong hip and upright sprinting mechanics, closed and open T-hip rotation. So here's our last exercise of this hip series. Okay, you're going to get some tension, not a lot. Nice and tall, straight press overhead. Find the inside edge of that right foot. Hold that position. Bring it back down like we're doing an overhead press. Drive it up. Stay through that big toe. Lock it in. I'll show you the other side. So inside leg is down. Press it straight up and hold strong, stable position up overhead. We're going to go through this series 2 more times, maybe 1, depending on how you feel. But we're going to go right back to that stretch with the band. Couple here, knee down, couple straight leg. Then we have some sliders. Put it on the left side. Hold it on the left side, coil and uncoil. T-hip rotations. And then we're right into that overhead position. Pressing straight up. We're going to finish with a bunch of single leg RDLs, kettlebell swings, really getting those hips fired up with some more strength. So a lot of activation, some key mobility exercise. Then we're going to finish off with some strength and power. So let's get into those. You can obviously pull this up at any time and go through it. So for our strength and power, what we're going to do is we'll just do some single leg RDLs to start. Maybe about 9 to 11. I like to do 8. I don't like to do 10. I like to do what everyone else is not doing. So notice the key is that I reach my foot back. That's going to allow me to sit into that hip versus looking over the cliff. So with me, stand on your left leg, slightly bend your left knee, reach the right leg back, 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 and then it comes off the ground. I don't care how high up it goes. I care how far back it goes. We go 3 more. We'll switch sides. Bend the right knee. Slide the left leg back, pause, drive up, slide it back, pause, drive up. Pay attention to that foot, full foot, toes aren't grabbing, weights to the ball of the foot, that knuckle of the big toe. The toes are working a little. I have to do a whole piece on foot posture, but it's kind of a hard one really fine detail, but maybe one of the most important ones. Okay, we're gonna shake it off from here. You can go into kettlebell swings. I like to do an offset swing, so it's more of a single leg, and then I can get some coiling and gait patterns in. So I'll show you what that looks like. I'll do a couple split stance. So left leg slightly in front of the right, pop, pop. Switch sides. Right leg forward, left leg slightly back. All right, so we'll go through this series. You can do a couple of mobility exercises in between, some T-hips, working some hip extension with the band for some driver, and then our strength is gonna be some single leg RDLs and some kettlebell swings. You can do the swings before the single leg work, whatever you want. I get about 2 to 3, 4 sets in. All right, there's a little hip series, hip care. Damn, those things are important. Let me know what you guys want more of.